Welcome into our latest episode of Storytime with Sterling Dan Hardenbrook and Sterling McGinn, taking you on another great historical adventure. This week, we feature one of the new jewels of Sterling's historical collection with this bad boy beauty right here. Sterling's going to tell us all about this vehicle and what he went through to go ahead and bring this into his collection. Sterling, how we doing?
I'm good.
Nice piece of work that you got here. Maybe quite possibly the oldest car remaining in Newberry?
Well, I think there might be one or two a little bit older, but this is a 1930 Ford Model A town sedan. It actually has a connection with me. It was my step-grandpa's, and then my stepdad acquired it. And then I decided that I wanted to acquire it. It's been an important part of my life for the last at least 10 years, and I'm hoping to get it back on the road and so people can see it and hear the horn. And
I know you have a passion and a love for older things, but you said this has a strong connection to you. Why was it important for you to bring something like this into your collection and the historical significance of it?
Well, we had a Model A club in Newberry, the U-Parades, and as a kid, I was fascinated to see the Model A's on the road. And then I became friends with a few of them, and unfortunately some of them have passed away, but I'd see the cars on the road, and I always said I want to have Model A when I get older.
Now, I'm sure this takes a lot of TLC and a lot of care and work to get it back on the road. What are some of the things that you've had to work on to kind of get it back, hopefully close to returning to the roadway?
Oh, I got a new battery, and I cleaned it up a little bit, and this weekend I'm going to work on the engine a little bit, and hopefully next week drive it around the block and make sure everything's working all right. And
now tell us a little bit about the car. If you were to get it back on the road, where are some of the places you could take it? How fast does it go? What would you hope to do with it?
Well, first thing I'd like to do is go get an ice cream. But I can take it basically on any of the roads. I usually drive the Model A about 50 miles, 45 to 50 miles an hour. They will go a little bit faster than that, but Model A's, you don't want to be in a hurry. You just want to enjoy the ride, and so you don't want to be in a hurry with the car. But I'd like to just drive it around town, drive it to the news office, and take people for, some of my friends for rides and that type of thing.
Are we going to see you delivering papers in this anytime soon?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. I think I'd like to get the papers out a little faster.
As we look at this car, absolutely great shape that this is in. It shows they've taken a lot of care with it compared to maybe some of the other cars around that are maybe from this generation. This has got to be in pretty good shape, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was restored at one time.
Okay.
I don't know exactly at what time it was restored. My step-grandpa had purchased it from the western end of the UP, but like I say, I don't know exactly what year it was restored, and I'm sure the engine was rebuilt at one time too, because a lot of the Model A guys, they'll restore it and rebuild the engine and make it a little more road ready, I guess.
I think a couple of things that stand out to me about the old car is obviously you've got the bicycle tire on there, and then as Steve's taking a walk around, not a lot of cab space.
No.
It's not big guy friendly in there.
No, it's pretty tight in there, but
this is absolutely incredible piece of your collection here, and we thank you for sharing it with us, and hope to see you out cruising around town. Anything else you want to share about the Model A?
Just this car, of course, isn't from Newberry originally, but Carmody Ford Garage, which was the predecessor to Rawley's.
Okay.
Motors, they would have sold cars just like this.
Okay.
And I've got a little pamphlet here. A two-door sedan cost $525, which is a lot of money in those days. But they were, this was actually, these cars were made from 1928 to 1931, and it was actually the design of Edsel Ford, the only son of Henry Ford.
Okay.
Henry Ford, for many, many years, made the Model T. They were painted all black. He always said you could have any color as long as it was black. And it got to the time period where, in the late 20s, where the other car companies were making a little more, rather than a boxy car, what the Model T was, they were making a little more cooler designs, and Edsel decided to design the Model A, and they made millions of them.
And you said this was late 20s, early 30s. Who would have been the people in town that would have been purchasing these and driving these when they were brand new?
The middle class.
Okay.
Henry Ford's vehicles were for the everyman. Model T and Model A, and Model Ts were made for many years, and of course the Model A was only made 4 years, and but they sold them right here in Newberry, down at where Renzi Ford is now, is Carmody Ford Garage. They sold these type of cars here, and I've seen pictures of these cars up on the hoist and the guys working on them. So
well, thank you for taking us on a tour of this great piece of your collection. That is this week's edition of Storytime with Sterling. For Sterling McGinn, I'm Dan Hardenbrook.